As the saying goes, as Westridge changes girls, so girls change Westridge. Class of 2020, you've left your mark on this school. 63 unique voices that supported each other and challenged each other and sang and laughed and together forged a singular class. Now you're off on your chosen paths to change the world. Be bold, do good, and enjoy the ride.
As the head of the upper school, it is my honor to give the invocation, formally starting the Westridge School commencement. I can honestly say that this is the most unbelievable graduation any of us have ever seen and probably will ever see. This is also a very, very special class of young women who graduate today and deserve to be celebrated in a meaningful way. We're thankful for this final celebration of this extraordinary group. Each of you has touched us so deeply and enriched us so bountifully. You are the radiant young women of an unprecedented era, the class of 2020. Through knowing each other, our minds have been fed, our souls nourished, and our knowledge expanded. While the world around us is uncertain, may this be a time of reflection on and profound gratitude for powerful ideas, transformative moments, loving relationships, and content spirits. In marking and honoring this poignant transition, justifiably proud and appropriately humble, we celebrate. May we savor the power and joy of sharing this moment. And now, let us hear from our student speakers.
Hello, my name is India Pilyavan Godwin, and welcome family, friends, and faculty to the graduation of the class of 2020. Thank you for all your love and support. We really wouldn't be here without it. I wish that I could see all of your beautiful faces today, but just know that I'm sending you all my love from behind the screen. Today, we celebrate the class of 2020 and the remarkable achievement that is making it to the end of high school. Though painstaking, we made it. Congratulations. How to write a good speech. Yes, this was the first thing I Googled when I learned that I would be speaking to you all today. Granted, it is a bit of an obvious move, but come on, do you really blame me? Yes, this task of writing a speech for my class's graduation, a class of people I dearly love, felt daunting at first, but I feel so lucky that I have this opportunity to directly address my peers. I want to start off by saying my classmates amaze me. They are people that I would gladly spend the rest of my life getting to know. They are people I feel lucky to have grown up with. And they are people who make the world better just by being defiantly and beautifully themselves. And yes, while they amaze me, they also challenge me, they inspire me, they love me, and I love them. As a lifer who has spent a total of 9 years at Westridge, I have seen this class grow and evolve through multiple stages of life. We began our Westridge careers as a mere 20 in 4th grade, only 13 of whom remain, survival of the fittest as we like to say, and we now say goodbye to Westridge as a graduating class of 63. To my classmates, you've all heard or said it too many times by now. This was supposed to be our year, the best year of our lives, the year we find ourselves, find our people, the year that makes everything, all the long nights, missed opportunities, sacrifices, all worth it. And for a while it was. Senior year began and we felt like we were on top of the world. We could finally see the end and we knew we were going to make it. But we didn't simply look ahead of us. We recognized the importance of our senior year and all of the new freedoms that we had, and we wholeheartedly embraced it all. When looking back on our senior year, while it did have an abrupt end, I know that that fact is not what I will remember most. I'll look back and remember late night car rides in the middle of a school week, windows down, music blasting. I'll remember hanging in the hammock by the senior table, daily trips to the closest Starbucks, and infinite hugs. I'll remember the experiences we had, not those we didn't. I'm sure many of you have heard a number of people state with conviction that this is a special class, but in all honesty, I feel as though this description falls far short of the truth. This class is one of artists, musicians, and storytellers, of dancers, engineers, and activists, of future rocket scientists and politicians, but most of all, it is a class of beautiful people. People who support each other, people who are unafraid to voice their opinions and fight for what they believe in. People who seek knowledge, recognize injustice, and actively choose to be champions of social justice. People who are the exemplification of why I remain unswerving in my hope for the future. I heard a quote the other day that read, "The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away." I'm not sure that I can say that I found my gift yet, but I'm certain of this class's. It is the very thing that the world we live in severely lacks: compassion. I'm sure I speak for my class when I say that we always knew, no matter what we needed, whether it be help in class or simply someone to complain with, we were always there for each other, no matter what, and without fear of judgment. Somewhat sadly, the 2020 class is rare in the sense that we value each other's happiness and success over the competitive environment that school can often foster. So, as I mentioned, I Googled how to write a good speech in preparation for our graduation. One of the tips I was given was to tell you all what I want to become now. So here's what I have to say. I want to become just like the people that are being and deserve to be celebrated today. I want to be just like the people that have made me laugh, cry tears of joy, and truthfully made me the person that stands here today. So, class of 2020, to you I say this. I have no doubt in my mind that you will all go off to become change makers. I know that whatever spaces you all choose to step into will be so incredibly lucky to have you. I know that your lives will be filled with you giving your collective and individual gifts to others. And I know that while I will miss you so very much, you are all exactly what this world needs. Thank you.
Hello, and thank you to the parents, families, friends, and faculty for coming together to celebrate the truly exceptional Westridge class of 2020. I know that this is not how we had envisioned our last year at Westridge to end, but I'm glad we have still been able to come together as a class in spite of these difficulties. You've all made a profound impact on Westridge, on me, and on each other, and I feel immensely privileged and grateful to be able to give this speech today. I'd like to start by bringing up a quote that has inspired me ever since I first read it in Dr. Holland's English class in 11th grade. We had just finished reading The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde, and, as comes with the end of any book in English, we had to write an essay. However, this was not the traditional run-of-the-mill essay. Out of a list of Oscar Wilde quotes, we had to choose one that appealed to us the most, and, using our own past experiences, either support or disprove it. One of the quotes was, "Ordinary riches can be stolen, real riches cannot. In your soul are infinitely precious things that cannot be taken from you." Instead of focusing on what has been lost, I would like to celebrate what we have created together in our time at Westridge. In an age of technology and stark ideological division, our society emphasizes and values the importance of being different and more unique as a way to stand apart from our peers. Most notably, and perhaps most obviously, the college process comes to mind. From the moment we start writing our essays, we strive to find ways to make us seem better and viewed more favorably in the eyes of our dream college. However, such an emphasis on the individual comes much earlier, fueling a sense of perfectionism mostly unreachable. We place more value on the things we do rather than who we are. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we should all be the same. It is when this sense of individualism gets in the way of caring or working with others where the problem arises. After reflecting on my time here, I have come to the realization that Westridge has found the perfect balance between this sense of individualism and the need for collaboration. Westridge encourages its students to pursue their individual interests, as well as fostering a supportive and caring relationship within its students. We can see the physical embodiment of this phenomenon in the Westridge class of 2020. Each of us bring infinitely precious things to the table, and it is these riches no one can take from us. I'm talking about instances like when Ibby funneled her passion for poetry and the English language into reading one of her poems at the March for Our Lives National School walkout we had 2 years ago. I'm talking about instances like Ava's 7th grade Power of One project, featuring This Bar Saves Lives, a company that partners with global nonprofit organizations to deliver food aid to malnourished children around the world. She communicated with the Commons to see if they could offer these bars in the cafeteria, which they still sell to this day. I'm talking about instances like when Gracie brought an enormous bag of string to the senior table so we could all procrastinate and fuel our inner senioritis as second semester seniors and make friendship bracelets together. I'm talking about Althea's unbridled and enthusiastic energy that she brings to all of us, whether it is in Mr. E's AP Physics class or as she's performing in town meeting or in theater. I'm talking about Zainab and Elisa's love of graphic design and art, and how we can see their amazing pieces in our art exhibitions and in our newspaper, Spyglass. Whether it is working together on a chemistry lab or traveling hours on end to CIF sports finals, the class of 2020 has an immeasurable number of talents and interests, big and small. While our physical time at the school is coming to an end, We are linked by the infinitely precious things we share as a result of Westridge. I know our times building candy houses and lounging at the senior table are over. However, we can take solace in the fact that our memories of these events will remain very much alive. No one or nothing will be able to take that away. We are defined by our memories, and the moments we've spent together have become a part of the fabric of who we are, through both good and bad times. So, I hope you, the Westridge class of 2020, can draw upon the immense strength, sincerity, humility, and passion exhibited in every one of your classmates to pursue wherever your interests or dreams lead you. Thank you, Westridge. Thank you, parents, teachers, coaches, and friends. And to my classmates for helping us to develop as thinkers and listeners, for teaching us the importance of caring about and learning from the world around us. And of course, for introducing us to Oscar Wilde.
Good morning. I hope you're all safe and healthy. My name is Nicole Ivazis, and I've been lucky enough to be the class president of what I think we can all agree is a truly exceptional class. Today, I have the honor of presenting the class of 2020's gift to Westridge. While it goes without saying this is not how we expected to spend our last months at Westridge, most of us have been very lucky that one of the only things we've lost is a typical senior year in which we can physically be on campus and celebrate this milestone all together. It is because of this loss of togetherness our class wants to honor one of the first places we all got together when we started our time at Westridge, the lower and middle school playground. A spot special to all of us. It's a place where we first formed the friendships we have today, had emotional talk it outs, or even went to escape the stresses of high school. With the sudden and unexpected passing of Miss V, we would like to dedicate our gift in her honor. Some of us who are lifers knew Miss V first as an English teacher and later as a lower and middle school dean of student support. Like the playground, which will include a space to remember her and her kind spirit, Miss V has a special place in our lives and hearts. In her humble manner, she always reminded us we're special in our own way and that we belonged at Westridge. Whether it was comforting us in hard times, sharing book recommendations, or even just saying hello with a big smile as she walked by, Miss V truly made Westridge a better place. Even for those who didn't know her as well, we've all been touched by the incredible sense of community at Westridge and the outpouring of love and support that has been shown in the wake of her passing. I'm not sure all of us really knew before the power of our community that extends far beyond the students, faculty, and staff to include parents, grandparents, and alumni. Our class hopes that with our gift, we can honor Miss V's memory and the impact she has had not only on our lives, but in the entire Westridge community. I hope our gift will stand as a reminder of the place and people who have shaped us into who we are today. Because although we like to complain sometimes, I think we can all agree that Westridge is a place where we're encouraged to ask questions, challenge the status quo, and define ourselves as we choose. To the class of 2020, thank you for supporting this gift and congratulations on a job well done. Although this is not how we imagined our final moments together, it isn't goodbye. Despite all the obstacles we have faced, we have always come out stronger and closer to one another, and this is no exception. Thank you to everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
I'm Elizabeth McGregor, head of school, and on behalf of Westridge, I'd like you to know that we are honoured to have you join our commencement proceedings. I have just a few minutes to share remarks with you today, and because so much has changed these past 3 months during the pandemic, and especially over the last week, as our whole country has stood up to say enough and protest for systemic change to the injustices and inequities faced by the Black community and other people of colour, I wanted you to know how I have come to think about life as a series of shifts in place and time and impact. Sometimes they are dramatic and forced upon us, and sometimes we get to decide. If we have a choice, how we deal with them is so much the measure of who we are. Class of 2020, I think of the lives you have already lived and will forge for yourselves as a series of profound shifts in place and time and impact. You were born, some here and some in other countries, when the sense of America, the untouchable, was challenged to its core on its own soil, with planes flying into buildings, annihilating steel structures, and the loss of innocent lives. And now you're living through what seem to be the most tumultuous of times, times that seem unreal, with climate change and pandemics, in a world where globalism is increasingly seen as something to be avoided, and in a nation with widespread unrest. Unrest that I sincerely hope is rooted in an equally widespread awakening to both the problems with our criminal justice system and the racial inequities in our world. Are these times completely unprecedented? Our history includes significant periods of tumult that led to growth and meaningful, lasting change. Women have demonstrated that they can lead at times like these. They have shown us that they can be in charge of their own destiny and of those around them. They can champion girls' education, gain the vote, discover radium and develop X-rays, design rockets, fly into space, lead countries, grapple successfully with injustice, and yes, save the world. And this is where you come in. This is where you take your best bold selves, your resilience, compassion, leadership skills, and sense of equity and justice that have been nurtured while you've been at Westridge, and unleash them near and far, at home and across the globe, restoring hope and possibility and guaranteeing a brighter future. Make it known that a Westridge graduate inspires others and leads a life of impact. It's my pleasure to introduce you to our 2020 commencement speaker, Krista Coke-John-Paler, class of 1993, a former Westridge ASB president, physics lover, and 5-sport athlete. As you know and have heard me say countless times, we talk at Westridge about leading lives of impact. Krista certainly took that to heart and has had a fascinating career committed to social impact with an emphasis on organizations helping girls. Today, among other things, you will hear how she tapped into her entrepreneurial spirit and founded a company, and how she worked at various organizations such as Girl Scouts USA, the Nike Foundation, Good Corps, YouTube, and AT&T. Currently, she is Assistant Dean at the University of San Diego's Kroc School of Peace Studies. Krista is a woman of many talents who, as you will discover, is truly making her mark on the world.
Hello, resilient Westridge class of 2020. I'm Krista Coke-John-Paler, class of 93. I was asked to speak and knew what I wanted to say before COVID-19 hit. And it turns out that what I wanted to share is even more relevant today than it was 4 months ago, because paradoxically, few things can create the climate for positive change like a global crisis. Westridge is the seedbed for visionary leaders who go on to brazenly write the next chapter of humanity's future. From what I hear about all of you, that you're driven, focused, caring, inclusive, and always pushing for excellence. We have much to be grateful for already and to look forward to. We all leave Westridge with many gifts, but I believe there is one that stands above all others. We leave Westridge valuing our own ideas about what is possible and the belief that the world is better off when we write them into reality. Here are some Westridge alumni who did just that. Elizabeth, who goes by Tizzy Oldno-Huntinger, class of 68. With funding from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Tizzy turned her research into a cure for human schistomiasis, a water parasite disease that infects 250 million people a year. Jinko Goto, class of 75, film producer of The Little Prince, The Lego Movie 2, The Illusionist, Finding Nemo, and contributor to the evolution of animation and CGI. Jessica Traver, class of 2009, co-founder of Intuitap Medical. They streamline the spinal tap process to make it more pleasant for patients. She was recognized in the Forbes 30 Under 30 list and is author of the article, I Want to Revolutionize Healthcare. Though I have achieved nothing near what these and so many other alumni have, I too left Westridge with the belief that my ideas were valuable for the world. And even though I doubted myself many times and continue to, I somehow found the confidence to do things before they were allowed or before they were the norm. In 2007, I was running a girls' brand for a skate shoe company when I started to have a problem with the environmental impacts of footwear production. So I created a social enterprise with and for girls who wanted to save the environment. It was called Becky Bones, and we gave back 25% of our profits to girls for their environmental projects. It wasn't a nonprofit, it wasn't a C Corp. It was in fact a benefit corporation or a B Corp before there was such a thing. And my main goal with it was to offer girls a fashion brand that did more than just take their money in exchange for products. I wanted customers to come to demand that brands live their values with them and use their profits to invest back into their customers' dreams of making the world better. We had a great 3-year run, and then I tried to grow too big too fast, and we faltered. Fortunately, other brands like Tom's, REI have endured, and customers like you have come to demand that companies serve a social purpose. In fact, just this past summer, the U.S. Business Roundtable, chock full of Fortune 500 CEOs, announced the release of a new statement on the purpose of a corporation. Before, it was just for the benefit of shareholders. But now, they've committed to lead their companies for the benefit of all stakeholders: customers, employees, suppliers, communities, including protecting environment, and shareholders. This was big news. I never would have guessed that we would move that quickly in the 13 years since I launched Becky Bones, but I did dream this day would come. After Becky Bones, I joined the Nike Foundation, as Liz shared. It was dedicated to the Girl Effect at the time. The Girl Effect is the belief that the best way to alleviate poverty is to invest in adolescent girls who are living in extreme poverty. As we all know, when girls are invested in with education, healthcare, etc., they lift themselves out of poverty and pull their entire communities and countries with them. Because when they start earning money, they reinvest back into their families at a rate of 70% versus boys at around 45%. Investing in girls unleashes everyone's potential. Girl Effect wasn't my idea, of course, but it was something I deeply believed in and was relentless about being a part of. I joined the Nike Foundation in an attempt to redefine the perceived value of millions of adolescent girls living in extreme poverty. We wanted global leaders to regard them as the greatest untapped solution that the world has. A lofty goal, but there's been huge progress on that front. One more alumni story. Nadia Rumani, class of 1994, leads Stanford University's Effective Philanthropy Learning Initiative, helping philanthropists and nonprofit leaders become more strategic and creative. This means that one of the things that Nadia does, and she does many things for Stanford, is guide billions of dollars in philanthropy, steering us all toward a better future. She's also a serial social entrepreneur and has launched several organizations and initiatives over the past 2 decades. I visited Nadia a year and a half ago. She was advising billionaires on how to drive social impact they wanted to see in the world. I was at GoodCore, advising Fortune 500 companies on the same. We laughed a lot. We humbly talked of our failures and our worries. And we reflected that we hadn't seen each other in 15 years, but felt like we were collaborating and encouraged by knowing the other was out there all along. And there was a pride that we felt about the other, a Westridge woman behind the scenes, writing the chapters in the story of today. Every Westridge visionary who changed the world began with a question: what if? That's not unlike your own reflections upon your return from places like Tijuana when you brought this question back to your teachers. How can we create a better immigration system? Like I said, we leave Westridge with a confidence in our ideas, so I'm sure it's ingrained in you by now. But if you're ever sitting there one night with a fantastic idea, wondering if you're crazy, I want you to imagine every Westridge visionary who sat in the same position. Let us promise to, from afar, share a sly smile, and may you hear these words surround you. Maybe, but don't you think the world will be better off with your crazy added to it? And then go find others who want to be crazy with you. I can't wait to see what you continue to create. To the class of 2020, cheers to the sound of all of you.
Hello, Westridge class of 2020. I want to congratulate all of you on your commencement. Congrats on graduating. What an amazing time this is in all of your lives. I know that this might not be how you envisioned your graduation. Physically distant, not celebrating with your classmates, but as sorry as I am that this is a strange time, I am also incredibly excited for all of you. And I am excited because I know what kind of girl, what kind of woman Westridge produces. The brilliant minds, the adventurous spirits, the curiosity, the critical thinking skills that you all have been imbued with at your time at Westridge. You are each exactly what we need in the world right now. You are the minds and hearts that we need on the front lines of solving problems, from pandemics to broken systems, of figuring out and imagining new pathways forward for governments, systems, policy, art. I'm thrilled for you. I'm thrilled that we all will soon get to benefit from your creativity, from your curiosity, and I'm so excited to see where it is each of you goes next. I hope that despite the uncertain time, the pathway that is ahead of each of you feels inspiring and feels like it's full of promise. And I'm just sending you all so much love. I don't know how else to put it. Thank you for your dedication thus far. I can't wait to see what you all do next. Congratulations on graduating.
It is now my privilege, as chair of the Board of Trustees, at perhaps the most extraordinary commencement Westridge has ever known, in this year that marks the 100th anniversary of the ratification of the 19th Amendment, to confirm that the graduating seniors we celebrate today will receive their diplomas as part of the class of 2020. So, with the authority vested in me by the state of California and the trustees of Westridge School, I hereby confer these diplomas, each in testimony to the completion of the required courses. Congratulations.
We will now read a personalized comment written to each senior for commencement. The following is just one of many comments received by each senior from the Westridge adult community. Nicole Ivazis. Nicole, I will always remember your kind heart in lower school and how you were always there to cheer up your classmates. When you were down, we had a good laugh looking at a YouTube video of laughing babies. Remember that you can turn bad days around with love. Help someone go easy on yourself. Think about the things that bring you joy. I loved having you in my class. Mrs. Tremarky.
Isabel Ashford Aria, I'm going to miss you. It was so great having you in class way back in middle school and then getting to hang out with you throughout high school. I'm so grateful that you came back to work on at least one more theater show, and especially that we got to work together through 2 years of perspectives. You have such a kind spirit and a good head on your shoulders. I can't wait to see what you'll achieve in the world. Mr. Kroom.
Christine Balian. Christine, thank you for all of your help with admissions over the years and for always being a force for good. Your maturity and humility are personal characteristics that will always serve you well. Enjoy the next phase of your journey. You will be missed. Mrs. Shoemaker.
Brooke Bauer. It has been exciting for me to witness your growth at Westridge as you follow your heart, strengthen your knowledge and values, and discover your own unique path. I wish you all the very best as you experience the many great things college life has to offer. I hope you come to know Westridge in a whole new way as an alumna who stays connected to our powerful community. Surgery, Miss Vandergriff.
Grace Bender. Grace Bender. What? The last of the Bender girls? No. I still remember your brilliant Dada presentation, The Invisible Box, and I recall your response when you had presented a 3D book report for the second or third time. Arg, you're making me think. I miss your humor, fearlessness, and imagination already. May this next leg of your journey bring you much wonder, discovery, challenge, and joy. Much love, Mr. Cross.
Talene Berberian, you've been a pure pleasure to have at Westridge. I'm just sorry it was only for 2 years. I'm so glad you joined us and took the brave move to start a new school as an 11th grader. I'll miss seeing your smiling face around campus. Miss Jallow.
Hattie Bilson. Hattie, I am so glad you left your computer in my classroom all those years ago. I have loved connecting with you through the years because you have an amazing presence and are always so positive. You are so determined and focused, and I know whatever you do with your life, You will do with purpose. Much love, Miss Bazar.
Mackenzie Bolin, you made Borneo even more enjoyable for me. I will always remember the soccer game I pushed you to get started and your openness to play along. I really loved getting to know you. You're such a sweet, positive, and creative person. Just a lovely girl. Please keep in touch in your new adventures. Miss Dyer.
Sophie Carter. Sophie, I will never forget the time you lost your boot in the mud, or the times you tried to come up with random answers and measurements in your Yellowstone lab. I wish you all the best in your endeavors ahead. It was a pleasure teaching you and working with you throughout your time at Westridge. Mr. Green.
Alina Chu, you are a fierce coder with boundless interests and abilities. You always know how to find the best in situations, and I'm so excited for what you're going to get into in the future. Dr. Bush.
Julia Cruz. Congratulations! Though I only had the opportunity to work with you this year, I was always impressed by how well prepared you always were for class and how dedicated you were to the study of Spanish. I know you will go off into the world and do great things. Among those, you will include continuing your study of Spanish, ¿verdad? Wishing you all the best, Dr. Del Toro.
Elisa Dong, you have this unique ability to express intelligence, self-deprecation, and comedic level wit at the same time. Our advisory would not have been complete without you. Thank you for all the laughter, and I know the whole history department thanks you for this as well. Miss Marcus.
Zainab El Taib. Zainab, you're such a talented artist. I'm glad you kept up your creative side while pursuing other subjects at Westridge, and I thank you for the diversity of voices you were intent to bring to the community. I will always remember your positivity and enthusiasm in digital imaging and how you offered to help me set up the videos in the lockers. I had been teaching a long time, but new to that class, and your attitude made it much easier and more enjoyable to me. And to see how well you took to the wheel all on your own. You're such a gifted, motivated artist. I hope you continue in the future. Best to you, Miss Dyer.
Sydney Flashman, I truly admire your sincerity, your many interests in the world around you, and your pure heart. You are poised for such an interesting and rewarding life. Dr. Bush.
Jamie Gallo. Jamie, what fun it has been to have you as an advisee. Your spunk, charm, and wisdom have continually shone through. I've also so enjoyed seeing you in plays. You have a great acting ability, and it has been such fun to see you in action. I wish you great luck as you pursue your life's dreams. Your presence will be missed. I hope you will keep in touch. All the best, Dr. Udell.
Isabella Gilchrist, thank you for all of your animal-related service work. Since I first met you, I've been telling my daughter about your various projects, and now she wants to do everything you did. Thanks for showing us so many ways we can protect and defend animals. Please stay in touch. I'm excited for your future. Miss St. John.
Isabella Gregorian. Isabella, I've only attended one equestrian meet in my life, and it was because you invited me. I think your horse even tried to eat my ring for a second. You are a kind, amazing young woman, and it has been a great pleasure to see you grow up over the past few years. I was honored to be your advisor for what seems like forever ago. Best of luck in the future, Miss Heidorf.
Jenna Hamdan, watching you grow and flourish over the years has been an immense privilege. I will never forget all the incredible times we had in 7th grade history class, with you debating and finding your voice. You are so multi-talented, and watching you perform has been a real treat. Keep on shining and bringing love and wisdom to everyone around you. Miss Bazar.
Rowena Harvey. I feel so fortunate to have had the opportunity to teach you for 2 years. I remember your first few weeks at Westridge when you knew very few people at school. You enmeshed yourself into Westridge life quickly after that, and I would not have known by second semester that you had been at Westridge for such a short time. I wish you the best in all your future endeavors. I have no doubt you will do well in whatever pathway you choose. All the best, Dr. Udell.
Kathleen Honey, what a pleasure it was to teach you for 2 years. You've grown much throughout high school. Your witty nature, coupled with fantastic innate intellectual ability and desire to learn, made you an extraordinary person. I hope you will keep in touch and share what life brings to you. All the best, Dr. Udell.
Ava Horner. Ava, I appreciated your contribution to our anatomy and physiology class. Openness, compassion, and willingness to take risks and try new things. I can't wait to hear of all your future endeavors. Miss Hatchman.
Jae Hee Kim. What a joy it has been to teach you and learn about you in so many different courses over the years. You are a fantastic student, learner, and friend to others. Your commitment to learning to people around you and to the world at large has been inspirational. I hope you will stay in touch and share where your life's path brings you. All the best, Dr. Udell.
Solar Kirkdecker. Whether in English or peer-to-peer, I could always count on you to work hard, contribute, and show your care for others. You have really made the most of your Westridge education, and I know that you'll do the same in college. I feel fortunate to have had the chance to be your teacher, and I hope that you will stay in touch with Westridge. Dr. Holland.
Nicole Klar. I already miss your honesty, courage, and humor. Another rocker leaves our community. I still remember that beautiful story you wrote in 7th grade about dinner with your parents when your dad kept embarrassing you. That short story spoke clearly and confidently with your true voice. Hold tightly to that voice, my friend. May this next leg of your journey bring you much wonder, discovery, challenge, and joy. Mr. Cross.
Rosalie Lansing. Rosalie, I'm so lucky you're the first Westridge girl that I ever met. You always know how to take things in stride, and you bring a graceful aesthetic to everything you do. Dr. Bush.
Caroline Larson. 3 years of history with me. You survived. Caroline, it has been such an honor to get to know you and to watch your growth from freshman year. You have really come into your own, and it has been a joy to see that. All the best to you, and never stop dancing. Miss Marcus.
Gabriella Leadus. Watching you grow as a student and through your sister's eyes has been a teacher's gift. I know being a Westridge student athlete is a challenge within itself. Take the grit you have picked up along the way and carry it with you out into the world. We are forever rooting for you. Miss Arbette.
Monica Lee. You've been so fun to watch in all of your roles here at school, including admission ambassador, soccer goalie, and of course, CEO of #Westridge textbooks. No one should ever make the mistake of underestimating you. You have a quiet force of amazing talent. All the best, Ms. Shoemaker.
Vivian Lee. You were an exceptionally serious student and also a warm and fun person to know. Your commitment to excellence will take you anywhere you want to go in life. Joe Bush.
Jaden Lee. I had the privilege of teaching you multiple times during your time in upper school, and I loved seeing the incredible person you have grown to be. You bravely shared your incredible humor and phenomenally artistic mind, and we will miss you next year. You were thoughtful, kind, and humble, an incredible combination. I look forward to keeping in touch and seeing where your creativity leads you in the future. Ms. Coker.
Sophia Liu. I miss you already. You brought such gifts to our community, a wonderful dry humor, a vivid imagination, and sharp intellect. It's always been a pleasure to chat with you when we ran into each other on campus. May this next leg of your journey bring you much wonder, discovery, challenge, and joy. Oh, and happy Odd Day. Love, Mr. Cross.
Althea Lee. You are magic. Don't ever stop believing in the light you bring into every room and keep trusting in your awesomeness. I will miss seeing you capture everyone's attention on stage. Cheers, Miss Way.
Georgia Macy. Georgia, how can I even attempt to describe all that you have brought to Westridge? I've never known anyone else who could banter the way you could, even as a 9th grader. You consistently had the rest of the class laughing out loud as you and I discussed all manner of topics, some even biology related. I will miss your energy, passion, and outgoing concern, which came through in everything you did, including your role in student life. It's hard to imagine Westridge without you, but we wish you all the best and know you will thrive wherever life takes you. Miss Coker.
Haley Maddox. I can't believe you have completed your Westridge journey. You have grown in so many ways, and I'm grateful for being able to witness it through our random talks. You seem to have learned who you are and what sets your heart on fire. I wish you happiness and protection as you continue to design your path. I'm always rooting for you. Miss Arbette.
Elizabeth Mack. Ellie, already I miss you. It was such a joy to witness you growing into yourself with confidence and grace, yet you sustained that glint of mischief and spirit of play. Hold on to that spirit tightly, my friend. May this next leg of your journey bring you much wonder, discovery, challenge, and joy. Much love, Mr. Cross.
Ruby Marsh, I wish you all the best as you head off into the world, and I know you are destined to achieve great things. I can't wait to hear where the next few years take you. Warmly, Dr. Bremer.
Mia McKinney, I can't believe you are graduating. I feel like you were a young 8th grader just a week ago. You've grown up so much in the last 5 years, and you are a remarkable young woman. Congratulations, Miss Heidorf.
Kira Miles, I can't believe you're heading out of town. Not having you at Westridge is going to be hard on all of us. I have always been so impressed with your ability to juggle so many things at once. This skill is going to be so helpful to you in your personal and professional life. I truly appreciate your dedication to basketball and am so impressed with your progression on the team, as well as your leadership. You had a terrific senior year. I wish you the very best and hope you come back and visit often. Coach Horn.
Lily Nelson, look how far you have come. I am so proud of you and happy that I had the privilege of working with you in Student Voices. I will never forget the fabulous time we had with all the student delegation that attended WPC YAP. I wish you all the best in college. Dr. Del Toro.
Quinn Newbert, I'll miss your kind, inclusive spirit in our Big Little Sister events, Quinn. Thank you for helping the little ones feel welcome. Every gathering is better when you are in it. Congratulations, Dr. Pintabone.
Reese Owen. Wow, Reese, just wow. You've been impressive since back in the day, as of 7th grade Latin, and are so kind and humble. I hope you keep that kind, generous spirit along with your powerhouse brain. You are an inspiration. Congratulations, Reese. I know you'll do great things. Dr. Pintabone.
Jasmine Palomo. I remember you as a young 8th grader, being shy and timid. Then I had the pleasure of working with you this year as a tele-tiger. You made a difference with the student you worked with. Actually, I got a call from her mom just grateful for you and all you did. Sometimes it's the smallest things that make the biggest impact. Keep doing the small things and you will make big differences. Miss Haydor.
Kaylin Pan, thanks for creating such an important community action project. I hope you continue to fight against fast fashion and promote sustainable clothing practices. Be the change you want to see in the world. Best of luck in college and beyond. Miss St. John.
Annalise Pardo, when I first met you, what struck me first was how genuinely kind you were. I'm consistently amazed by how much you give of your time and energy, and how easy to talk to and fun to be around you are. I trust you completely with everything you take on, and I've loved every conversation I've had with you. Miss Chafin.
Caroline Pecor. I would wish you luck in all your endeavors, but I don't think you'll need it. You're one of the most amiable, welcoming, funny, charming, and hardworking girls I've met at Westridge. A lovely combination, and you'll succeed in all your efforts. Congrats and keep in touch. Miss Dyer.
Abby Piet Price. I can't tell you how impressed I've been watching you from a freshman through your senior year. You have always had such great commitment to your sports teams and have comported yourself with maturity and purpose. You've been a great leader in thought and action and are so incredibly smart. I wish you the best in college and beyond and cannot wait to see what you do for your career. You will be amazing. Coach Horn.
And Dia Piliavin Godwin. What a force of nature you have always been. You were doing your 5th grade homework in the car as you traveled to San Juan Capistrano for soccer practice. I'm pretty sure my memory is correct with the location. What kid loves something that much and attacks it with that kind of gusto? India Piliavin Godwin. Your talents are endless. You remain humble, and I know you continue to make your family so proud. I'm not sure if the world is ready for you, but I can't wait to see how you shake things up and conquer. I'm always rooting for you. Best of luck, Miss Arbette.
Emma Reagan. I will have fond memories of our Galapagos adventures together, especially walking and chatting as we moved from activity to the next. I have no doubt you'll bring your kindness, openness, and curiosity with you wherever you go. Don't forget that you're strong and amazing. Things happen when you stretch your comfortable limits. I will miss you. Stay in touch. Congrats, Miss Hatchman.
Crystal Raimundo. Not sure I can do this having you leave thing. I mean, who else will ever be able to play every position in volleyball? Not in all my years at Westridge have I seen such a versatile athlete, and I appreciate the assist in our golf championship. Nicely done. I hope you continue to pursue golf, maybe play a basketball game here and there, and of course, continue to shine in volleyball. I can't wait to hear how the Tigers do next year. You're an amazing student and athlete, and that's going to get you very far. If you ever need a coaching job, please call me first. I miss you already. Take care, Coach Horn.
Sophia Rubo, I am so grateful that I've had the chance to know and work with you the past couple years. You have brought such wonderful, kind energy to the rehearsal room, and your characters on stage are lively and fun. You're so dependable, respectful, and generous as an artist and as a person. I will forever remember your bravery and your contagious energy in the role of Jenny June Fail. I only wish we could do more shows together. All the very best to you, Mr. Kroom.
J.S. Sada, you are one of the most mature, dedicated, funny, and caring people I know. I've stopped questioning the amount you typically take on, which is more than most could humanly manage, because you not only succeed, but shine in everything, always. I have loved seeing you grow into the incredible and accomplished graduate you are today, and I cannot wait to see where your future takes you. Ms. Coker.
Ayana Saunders Newton, I hope you are well and excited to be a Westridge graduate. Congratulations on all of your hard work. I've sincerely appreciated the opportunity to watch you make your way through upper school and get a peek into your wit and sense of humor. I hope the next phase of your journey is glorious and you continue to make your mom super proud. Thank you for your help with our admission efforts over the years and for being such a kind member of the community, Ms. Shoemaker.
Zora Skelton, even though I didn't teach you, I have loved getting to know you over the years. You are a dedicated and passionate person and will accomplish so much in this lifetime. You will move mountains. I just know it. Miss Bizarre.
Leah Soldner, best of luck moving forward, and I appreciate all of the hard work you put into your studies here at Westridge. You leave with incredible leadership skills and confidence that will serve you well. I will remember your positive attitude and upbeat nature during our time in the Olympics. Mr. Green.
Emily Stevenson, I'm so glad you came to Westridge, if only for 2 years. In that time, though, you made such an impact, particularly on our theater program. I wish you the best in your next adventure. Miss Jallow.
Emerson Thine, I'm so glad I got to teach you. I enjoyed our time in anatomy and physiology. It was fun to see you blossom and evolve into the confident young woman you are today. Keep smiling and sharing your kindness. We need more Emmys in the world. Congrats, Miss Hatchman.
Amanda Say, I can't believe you are graduating this year. You are every teacher's dream student. I'm lucky to have had you in my Chinese class this past 3 years. Thank you for always being such an amazing student. You will be missed. I hope you will have a chance to do study abroad in Taiwan or China. You will love it. Miss Hull.
Julia Valenzuela, I remember your sketchbook challenges and our many conversations. I love your honesty and down-to-earth way of seeing things. Keep going. The world needs people like you. Love, Mrs. T.
Sarah Waite, it's been a pleasure to teach you all these years and see you mature into this amazing woman. Actually, you came to me as a freshman already mature. Thank you for your positivity, your humor, and sharing your thoughtful, insightful vision. You're the best, and I wish you all the best. Keep in touch, Miss Dyer.
Eleanor Washburn, you joined Westridge at an unusual entry point and joined my advisee group. I am so happy you did. You fit right in and joined in the craziness. You were quiet at times, but were always aware and spoke when necessary. You were very perceptive and given to see the best in your classmates. I will miss your delightful presence, wonderful smile, and your determination to make a positive difference in people's lives. Mr. Stevenson.
Audrey Yang, what a journey you've had. I appreciate your dedication to basketball and athletics in general with your commitment to working the table. You've always had a fearless attitude and have taken risks. This will do you well in your future. Your maturity, confidence, and intelligence are amazing. Please come back to visit the Tigers often. Take care, Coach Horn.
Abigail Yuhan, it has been great getting to know you these past years. Thanks for being such an important part of last year's border trip. You are an outstanding member of our community and you will be missed. Take care and congratulations, Miss Martinez.
Julianne Zanides, I loved and have been so impressed with you and your family from the moment I met you. You have a kind heart, and I have no doubt you'll do great work in the world. Thanks for sharing your amazing service journey with Westridge, and I wish you the best of luck. Love, Miss St. John.
To conclude the video portion of today's celebration, I'm here with our final words, our benediction. Go forth, move on with your promising lives, go with confidence, continue to serve, to touch hearts, and to embrace new ideas. Continue to believe that you can make a difference in this world, that you can do the impossible. May you never settle for easy answers or convenient truths. May you always have trusted friends. Pay attention to what you know is right, to what stirs your mind. Think of what you love, what brings tears to your eyes. We are grateful and blessed to have known you, and lucky is the world that receives you. You know who you are, so go and know that you go with our love. Friends, family, and members of the Westridge community, thank you for joining us today to send off the class of 2020. Seniors, or actually alumni, I will see you soon.